from a very sudden cardiac arrest issue. And so I actually heard from my neighbor who lives just down the street, Chris, AJ1Z. He'll check in on this now on occasion. And he had called me and followed up with another phone call after that. And so I don't know if Chris is listening today, but if you are, Chris, thank you for that. And I will try to send you a text later. Just a very busy week. But certainly, in what I followed, we got an email from Steve, KD2AQM, and then I also got a pass from Andy, WA2CBL, who is reaching out to me. Howie was a beloved member of this net, very regular participant, and always, he even came to some of our breakfast there at the diner near the Tappan Zee Bridge. In fact, I think he recommended that diner, if I'm not mistaken. So he really touched a lot of people's lives in amateur radio. And in memorial of him and the unfortunate sudden passing, I'd like to offer just a brief moment of silence for Howie, and we can all remember him as a very dedicated friend and amateur radio partner, so to speak, and really just a great all-around guy. I'm sure many people here on the net could share very personal stories. I'd only met him once or twice, but I know many people had very close friendships, particularly Nick, KG2IR, and others, knew Howie very well. And his love for music and medicine and dentistry and all those things were very evident if you spent any time with him, whether it be on the air or in person. So I didn't know him well, but I know many others did, and he'll be sadly missed. So a brief moment of silence. WF2Q, wherever you might be, in peace and in rest. Let's remember our friend Howie. We've certainly been in this situation before. I can think of Kim out there in Pennsylvania, our shortwave listening friend Joe. Life is short and unpredictable at times, I guess, and it's hard to know. So cherish every day of us, and let's carry along with the net, certainly remembering our friend Howie. So the stations that I heard in the pre-net so far are Al, W1VTK, Jeff, WA2MER. I'm so sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Jim and Jeff, I keep crossing you guys up for some reason. I'm looking at Jim's call, saying Jeff's name. That makes no sense. My apologies. So we had Al, W1VTP. And we had Jeff, Jim, WA2MER. And then maybe because we're both WA2 calls, I'm crossing them up. Then we had Jeff, also. We had Jeff checking in the pre-net, WA2RAS. And then Steve, Steve, K2FW. And then, Bob, W1GTH, and Perry, W3MMR, and I'll do a full rundown after we take check-ins, and then Bruce, WX10 from Maryland. So those are the stations I've heard from. Gosh, I'm so sorry, I need more coffee. So my apologies on that. Let's take check-ins from the first target. The one-lane station for the AM carrier net, please call now. This is N1VIV.
K1LC, and please float me to the top, Joe.
KD1SH, good morning.
WA1UQM, good morning.
KE1MI, good morning, Joe.
That's who told me. That's who told me.
Okay. A good batch of check-ins there for sure. We've got Bud floated to the top. K1LC, good morning to you, Bud. Nice to hear you on, hearing you fabulously down here in Stonington. And then we had Bill, KD1SH. And Jim, WA1UQM from Simsbury. Very nice to hear you this morning, Jim. And then Greg, KD1MI up there in Vermont. Very good indeed. So let's give a listen to any other one-lane stations, any other first call district stations for the next. Please call now. This is N1. Oh, well, nothing else heard. So let's see, any stations from the second year, any two-lane stations from the carrier, please call in.
Whiskey Baker 2, Hotel, Japan and Cuba. Good morning.
Next station getting in. WH and CDO. Checking in. Good morning. Chet, I believe it is. Hello? No, I might be missing. Is it? And I don't have your prefix. There's quite a bit of racket on the hand right at that moment. But HJK, can you give me a prefix from the name?
Name is George. Again, good morning. Whiskey Baker 2, Hotel, Japan, Cuba. WB2HJK, good morning.
Yeah, okay, George. My apologies on that. I was confusing you with the other gentleman. I think you did remote control from time to time, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, very good. WA2CDL. Thank you for the call earlier this week. Really appreciate that. I had heard from others about how thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it. Over on you, personally, thanks to you, Chris, also for reaching out to me with a appreciate that very much. So let's listen for any other check-ins, any other two-lane stations for the next phone call. This is N1VIV. Well, there's somebody trying in there, but I don't know that I hear any audio, so I'm not certain about that. Let's go over and listen to controls. Any other two-lane stations for that, please call now.
Yeah, there is no modulation.
Yeah, I did hear a tiny bit. It's kind of falling down, but there's no significant audio there, Steve. So I did hear N2N. And thanks to Steve as well for the email you sent me. That's right, Howard. That's appreciated. You might want to see what's happening over there. See, because I just barely heard you, but you have almost indetectable. So, okay. I'll close you out for you there. Let's do a general check-in. Any stations over there for the air carrier net, please call now. This is N1VID.
Hey Joe, I thought there was a WA2CDL that checked in after George, WB2HJK. I don't know if you got him or if he's still in there, but I'm pretty sure that's what his call was.
Oh yeah, yep, I've got Andy. Absolutely, thank you, okay, appreciate it. I've got Andy WA2CDL right after George, which was HQ-140. And super light audio, but I was able to detect him there. Pretty clear. Excellent. Let's give another listen just in case any other check-ins. Please call me. Yeah, the audio is very low. It's almost like there's like an echo effect. So I'm not sure if your audio passed or if the solar actually was, Steve. I'm happy to take just a moment to give another listen just in case you want to fail it, but or maybe try something else. But I can hear light audio, but there's sort of an echo on it, and I'm not sure. You might be on the flat, so I'm not sure if there's something in the back. But give another listen just in case for a moment here. Yeah, no, I could hear this was a little bit of audio. I wasn't able to detect what you said, so we'll troubleshoot as we go through the first part of the net, and as we get to your turn, hopefully you'll have that squared away. Just, I heard another big carrier in there, so just check in case. Any other stations looking to check into the net, please call now. KC2, CKO, KC2, Charlie Kilo Oscar. I don't have my, let me step over here real quick. Pull out my reference, sounds like car, and we saw something still up. We're going to you for us. Nice to hear you on this morning. Just want to make a quick note there. Last one is my chair a bit here. All right, any other check-ins for the net, please call now. This is N1VID. Well, we've got quite a turnout here this morning. So let me run down the list in detail. And then we will commence with round one. And I apologize, with some of the additional commentary at the top of the net this morning. We're getting a little bit later start. Most of the stuff I'm probably just going to be here for the entirety of round one and whatever round it looks like it's a pretty decent group, which I'm thrilled to see. So, let me run down the list of stations having checked in, and of course we'll check other folks in as we go, or do a check at the bottom of round one for additional check-ins as well. So, here's the order as I see it. I'll start out with some comments, N1VIV, and then I'm going to send it to Bud, K1LC, up here in Boston. K1LC, and send it to Bob. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with names today. Very unusual. K1LC, Bud, we send it to Al. W1VTP.
Jim, Jeff,
W1VTP. We'll send it to Jim, WA2MER. WA2MER. We'll send it to Wes, WA2RAS. WA2RAS. We send it to Steve, K2FW. And K2FW, we send it to Bob, W1GTH. W1GTH, we send it down to Perry, W3MMR.
That's me.
And W3MMR would send it down to Bruce, WX10 down there in Maryland. WX10 would send it to Bill, KD1SH, in the quiet corner of Connecticut.
Sorry, we'll be right back.
Boy, if that's the case, it's getting it done. And WB2HJK, we send it to Andy, WA2CDL. WA2CDL. We send it to Steve, KB2NQN. AC2CKO. Paul out there in Saratoga Springs. KC2CKO. If there's any additional check-ins, Paul, we're going to touch that to you. And if not, we'll time to take check-ins before we start round 2. So quite a large group. I guess we'll try to find the best way we can. We'll limit our comments, but I don't want to hold it folks too much. And share thoughts, questions about not about friend Howie or other things that may be going on today. But certainly I'm here for the duration, so feel free to carry on, I guess. I will. I'll be here tomorrow. And let's see. Other comments. Well, I'll just say that I have just recommissioned this homebrew rig, so I'm hoping it's sounding okay. I didn't even really get a chance to put the headphones on and listen to the modulation monitor, but everything looks good on the modulation monitor, and so I'm open to feedback about how this thing might sound. I'm squeezing just about 80. I'm going to try to work on getting the battery rig a little more drive power and see if that makes any difference. And then eventually, maybe an amplifier that will get me on 160 as well. That would be great. And make sure then cancel. So, what's going on here? And I've been kind of chipping away at getting this operating position set up in the basement here. And now I've got several new radios, not new radios, several of my radios that were in my upstairs shack now downstairs, so up here. And in pretty good shape, so I'm happy with the progress. I'll do a little bit every night, and I'll try to, fill myself in people. It got me to the point where you got on here, so that's a good thing. So let's get it moving. K1L2. And we're in the take it away, buddy. This is
Okay, Joe, very good. N1VIE.
K1LC, 15 miles southeast of Boston.
Thanks for voting me to the top. Things are a bit hectic around here. They've been for the last few weekends. Lots of visitors. good. Great to see him. Got my youngest son, his family here this weekend. So, yeah, very sorry to hear about Howie. I was kind of shocked to hear that last week. Or no, I guess it wasn't last week. It was maybe this Friday. Anyway, I was just working in on one of the vintage sideband nets, pre-net. Seemed like this a couple weeks ago. Sorry to hear. I hope this is a better place. Game winners. So anyway, it's 40 degrees here. Clear. It's going to be rather good weather, I guess, for the next few days, which is great. No snow on the ground at the moment. All got washed away last night. I haven't been doing much listening, but Joe, just comment on your rig. It sounds good. I don't hear any distortion, and the modulation looks good on the, on the Flex 1500 to me. And you have plenty of lows. I think you could use a few more highs. That's my opinion, but it's perfectly good stuff. But I think it's working. And other than that, I'm glad you're able to get it set up and going. I'm using my normal 180 watt Class B transmitter into the four-way loop, which we finally got up for at least a few weeks before it comes down again. Kind of stretched through this winter. It seemed like every other week it came down because of the high winds we've had in this area. But I think I've conquered that problem, at least for now. And the receivers deflect 1500. Hearing everybody that I've heard so far, very fine. The band seems quiet and good. So I'm not going to hold it long. I'll be listening out throughout the first round. I'll say 73 to all, and hope everyone has a good week. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to Al. W1 BTP. This is J1LC.
Okay, bud. Good to hear you. And visitations, I hope it's a good one. That was dumbfounded tonight. Okay, I think that he was a real driven man, and 77, and depending on how carefully you're following your checkups, things happen. And won't go any further, and except to say that if he's was in right relationship with the Lord, he's in heaven, and they have a very, very peaceful place. So enough said to that. Let's see. Joe, your rig sounds really great. I agree. I don't know if you have an EQ. I don't remember seeing anything like that in your station. But an EQ would be really a good thing to add to your station if you don't have one. If you could boost the highs just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. But otherwise, it sounds like you, like I remember you. The Viking had a little different sound to it. And the other question I had was, what's going to be running that HQ-140-X on full voltage? It must be like 3 or 400 volts or something. And easily get 600 watts of positive heat. So it's a good sound. I'd say we'll stick with it. And you don't need to do anything unless you decide you want to brighten things up a little bit. And let's see. I will be across the room, guys. This oak chair is a nice chair, but It's just not a back and forth thing. It's not. It's easier for me to get in my recliner and turn on the remote receiver and listen to you from the car. So if you want to get in touch with me, say anything, tell me, I'll be listening, and I can certainly get up and move across the chair, rush across the chair, get out of the chair, move across the room, and the station will still be live. So that's that. And finally, I had to get rid of my Crown Vic suddenly because of a catastrophic failure in the frame. I found unfortunate that I didn't get injured or killed. In fact, because I was driving that car and turned back scenes, and the front of the frame really rotted right out. So it's amazing that it didn't let go, and I would have no control at all, and overran, and God knows where I would have ended up. But it didn't. And I have a new TV car, it's a 10-year-old Dodge Grand Caravan. I had one before, and I really missed it when it got T-boned. My son was waiting and time to look before she stomped on getting out of a parking lot into the highway. So she T-boned me, and that was the name of that tune. But no, I have a new Grand Caravan, and getting in. You know, it's not going to be a perfect car. There's going to be things that are not covered by the warranty that you might want to get fixed, type of thing. And there's an awful lot of plastic in the newer cars. I mean, I say newer, 10 years old, but even so. My first impression is that the dashboard is really, really clumsy. Terribly clumsy. It's nothing like the old dashboard was on the 96, I think I had. That was the one thing that I could say about that. So, but I like the shifting levers on the dashboard. I like that. It's simple. There's no 2 or 3 different forms of drive. You just have drive, and that's it. And that's fine. I don't miss it at all. Transmission seems to be calibrated. Oh, come here, Rover. Come in. Come on. Come on, say something. Come on. Well, I guess you heard her, so she's saying hi for her. She's kind of looking out the window at the point. So she's kind of she has ADD and gets very easily distracted. So, okay, I guess that's got enough. Over to, now, I was a bit confused when you read off the list. So if I make a mistake, just forgive me and put it in the right direction, Joe. But I think I'm supposed to turn it over to WA2MER from W1VTP.
Yep, that's me. Thanks, Al. W1VTP and the group WA2MER. Very good morning. And all the gauges and indicators look right this morning. Very good. Yeah, I'm running the Millen station into the L7 SX28 to the receiver this morning. And I put 150 watts out of the amplifier. So everybody sounds real good this morning. The only one I had a little difficulty with was KV2NQN, a little bit light. No carrier. Hopefully, Steve, you got that corrected so we can hear you a little bit later. Yeah, but nothing I can add to that, Howie, other than that, I'd bought a couple of radios from him. Couldn't call him. Wasn't at all close with him. I mean, he's just a very nice man.
That's my neighbor's dogs, and I'm kicking everything.
Miss him as everyone will. Joe, your rig sounds real nice. I'll just echo the comments of everybody else. I wouldn't make the but that was always sounded good. And I'm glad you got it back on the air. Excuse me, Andy, CDL, nice to hear you. It's been quite a while, as well as HQ-140-X, Jim. It's a couple of years since I think we've had a Q-Tel. But nice to hear both of you guys in there again. And Andy, I don't know, I'm working up in Boston now, actually in Somerville. So I'm working remotely, no longer with Q-Tel Labs. So hopefully things are good with you. And yeah, I'm going up there, and on my trips to Boston, when I go to Hartford, if it's off hours and I don't have to worry about the disaster of Hartford traffic, I go through Southington, go by that way, and I always think of you, Bob, because you mentioned the ham test and something. I don't know if you live in Southington or not, but I do think of you when I pass that area, because I guess that's kind of your local stomping ground. So enjoy the ham test. Al, best of luck with the car, with the Grand Caravan. We had one in the 90s. It was a great vehicle. Had no problem with it, and now you have something big enough that you can carry all kinds of stuff home from Deerfield and whatever ham fest you go to. But very, very good. Enjoy it. It's a nice vehicle. At least they were back in the 90s, and we'll probably do fairly well with it. Excuse me. The only other thing going on here is I continue making incremental progress on the build of my AM transmitter. Mounted a couple of the terminal boards for the AM for the AC power feeds. They're going to be two, a 220 and a 110, and put the terminal blocks in. Got the grounding bar in. So I'm getting ready to do some of the power distribution rails that ultimately, when I build the assemblies, they'll go in. So like I say, taking my time. I did find 810s for my modulator, so I got those from. Yeah, I don't know where I got. I'm catching whatever Joe has, but I have the 810s now. All I need is either a 4-250 or 4-400. In time, I'll find one. So, and still amassing some tiny parts like meters and pilot lamps and things of that nature. So that's about it. I'm in for one round only. I will be listening out. If anybody has a comment and wants me to respond to it, I'll be like Al. I'm going to be on the other side of the room. So give me a few seconds to get up and get to the radio. But other than that, I'll be listening out. Wish everybody a great week, and I'll just pass it over to Jeff, WA2RAS. To pick it up, this is WA2MER.
Okay, good. WA2MER, thank you, Jim. WA2RAS. Yeah, Joe, sometimes I confuse myself and call myself Jim. I don't know why that is. Good morning, everybody. On a routine radio this morning, and Joe, let me just comment. Your homebrew rig sounds terrific. The audio is perfect. Just great. A pleasure to listen to. And it was also good to hear Andy, finally, WA2CDL. Good morning, Andy. As to Howie, he sounded fine on Friday on our vintage sideband net. I had met him once at a handfest, but what an accomplished guy. Car enthusiast, loves standard transmissions, classical music, his BMW 5100 and his 10 C2, especially his audio file, had a in Astoria, and which is one of the largest radio clubs in the United States. So really sad to see him go. On the local cat front, my daughter and grandchildren went to adopt a dog, a puppy, at the North Shore Animal League, and somehow came back without a dog, but convinced they should actually adopt a cat. Which, being a cat person myself, I thought was a wonderful idea. So on the agenda for today is to go to the local shelter and investigate the possibilities of a new cat in the neighborhood. Probably someone for Alvin to terrorize. I think he would like that. Anyway, this will be my only transmission. Great turnout. I will be listening out to the entire first two. Steve, here it comes. K2SW. This is WA2RAF.
Yeah, real good, Jeff. Would that be Alvin's cousin then, if they adopt a kitty?
Yes, who knows? Maybe they'll name him Malvin.
It's pretty funny. This K2FW, Kilowatt 2 Fox Whiskey in Southern New Jersey in the AM carrier net. And good morning to everyone. And yeah, just a couple words on Howie. I'm not going to make a real long transmission. There's a lot of people here on the net. But like Joe, I met Howie the one time we all got together at the little diner or restaurant near the Tappan Zee Bridge. And I remember Howie brought a lot of pictures, a lot of photographs with him of different cars and old cars and some of the cars that he had. And it was a real pleasure to meet him. He's very, very well-spoken individual, just a general nice guy, and he's certainly going to be missed. And I would encourage everyone to prayers to his family for strength after this horrendous loss. It's going to take them a while to get over something like this, and they need all the strength they can have. So prayers to Howie's immediate family for sure. And I agree with what Al said as well. Speaking of Al, I could hear Rosie. I could hear Rosie down here, and always a pleasure to hear Rosie on the air. And I agree with Al and Bud, Joe, on your audio. I think it could use a little bit of highs in there. There's certainly no distortion. It's very clear, but it could use a little bit of highs. I think your Viking transmitter has the highs that you're maybe lacking just a little bit with that homebrew transmitter. I do remember that transmitter though, and you used to use that all the time. I'm also using a 6146 here out of the ICO 720, driving the amplifier, and I dropped the plate voltage on it down to a fairly low voltage, so I don't overdrive the amplifier, which I was doing before. So I'm only running about a 5-watt carrier into the amplifier, which has pretty high gain, and so that's what we're doing here. Andy, good to hear you. Very, very good to hear you on the net. It's been, wow, a long time, real long time. So hopefully you're back on some type of regular basis here on the AM carrier net. And hopefully Steve NQN, who was the person who first notified me about the passing of Howie, hopefully you can get your audio going there. Your carrier level was pretty strong, but as everyone commented, very, very little audio going on. With that, I'm going to listen out. I have to get going here today, and we have a couple things on the agenda. So 73s, everyone. Great to hear the nice turnout here today, and of course the tribute to Howie. So over to Bob, W1GTH, to get it in the AM carrier net from K2FW in Southern New Jersey. Take care, everyone.
Hang on, guys. I think my daughter's on the telephone here. But anyhow, okay. Sad to hear about Howie. I never met Howie myself, but I do remember the meeting that some of the members attended down there, and Howie was a car aficionado, kind of like me, only he had much better capabilities as far as resources went, and he was into some of the foreign stuff, which I was just a Mustang aficionado myself, and so it. I think us guys that are in the amateur radio field I think one of the things that I really appreciate that I think I got from my father was director of different vocational schools in the area here, and he always, excuse me, he always used to say he was a jack of all trades, master of none, and so I think that the reason that he was well qualified for that was he knew a lot about a lot of things, and there was no, he used to say, an expert or somebody anyhow, enough of that. So I'm going to have to, I'll be in here for one round only. I'm going to get back to our Southington Amateur Radio field day, little field day, which is really about 10 minutes from the house here. It's over at the local fishing game club here. And so, Jeff, you're banging in here this morning, which is not always the case, but good to hear you. And Joe, I remember very well that 6146, and you used to have it on your QST website. I'm not sure if you still do or not. Haven't looked in quite a while, but I always appreciated that radio. You know, I can't remember when I was first initiated into this group here, but it was a few 24 hours ago, I can tell you. So anyhow, and Jim, WA2MER, I actually grew up in Southington, and it's funny, you know, I moved to Wolcott here in the 70s after we went to New Hampshire for maybe 4 or 5 years, and came back here and bought a house in Wolcott, and I've been here ever since. But it's funny how I still consider Southington my hometown, and you know, I grew up across from a cemetery, and that's kind of where I learned how to drive. I would take my father's 39 Buick when he was at work and bring it over the cemetery and wheel it around a little bit. And thank goodness he didn't find out about it. But anyhow, that's enough out of me. And so I'm going to turn it over to, I believe, W3MMR, Perry, and we'll keep Holly's family in our prayers. So back to you, over to you, Perry, W3MMR, W1GTH, 73.
Yeah, 7-3 to you, Bob. W1GTH in the AM carrier net. This is W3MMR. Real good. Great signals out of everyone this morning, really. Really good conditions. Me being down here, I sometimes have some difficulty with folks, but I mean, everybody so far has been 10 over to upwards of 30 over, so we'll do a quick signal report rundown. Joe, you were 15 over. S9, Bud, you were 20 over. Al and Rosie, you guys were both 25 over. And sorry to hear about the Crown Vic there, Al. Yeah, I live in where we live, and I'm kind of on the southern side of it, but we call it the Rust Belt in my profession. I've been an automotive technician for going on 20 years. This is year number 19. 2020 is here, so I see it a lot. Luckily, you know, I've kind of moved my way up the ladder, and I don't. A lot of the times, I don't get the real crap jobs that are you know, real rust buckets and things are seized together and so on and so forth. But I still have to deal with it quite often. So sorry to hear about that, but hopefully you'll enjoy the new Caravan, which are nice. We don't see many of them at work, which is a good thing. Mostly what we see is Nissans, lots and lots of Nissans. What doesn't matter what model, we see a ton of those. So Nissans and Mazdas and things like that. So stay away from those. Jeff, WA2RAS, you were 10 over S9. Good morning to you. Steve, Mr. Channel Master as always, K2FW. You're just bombing in this morning, and the ICO sounds phenomenal. And I switched to the NC303 here because it has adjustable bandwidths, and the sidebanders were kind of tearing me up here, so we were able to jump to the Dream receiver, as they call it, and narrow things up. And everyone sounds phenomenal. Bob, W1GTH, you were 20 over S9, and that's all I've gotten so far here. And of course, my condolences with Howie and his family. there. And good morning to you, Jim, WA1UQM. Actually, Jim is the one that told me about Howie's passing. He was, I guess I called him one evening after work, and we had a nice QSO, and he told me about his passing there. So it was Jim that told me about that. So I'm going to say 7.3s. I'm going to get out of here, finish working on the amplifier, the AL80B, and get this tuning coil and this input tuning board back in it. And then I'm just waiting on the OM, my father, W2SDR, to get here. And then we're going to go get some Vietnamese food down in Center City, Philadelphia, down in South Philly today, some pho. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. 7.3 from Chester, Pennsylvania. And I'll send it to Bruce. WX10, here it comes from W3 MMR. 7.3.
Okay, Terry. Wow. Great signal from your location, because you're very close to me. And I guess I'm close to you too. But great signal here this morning. Well, good morning, everyone, from the small town of Princess Anne, Maryland. We're on the eastern shore of Maryland, out here sandwiched in between the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. So let me pay my respects to Howie and his family. One of the things that I like to do is I like to go on the internet to see if there are photographs of the hams that are on the air. So I actually Googled Harry Krimko this morning, and you might do the same, because there is a wealth of photographs of Harry with his wife Andrew. He's participating in his other hobby, or one of them anyway, about car collecting. And he is a very distinguished looking gentleman. It gives you a whole new perspective of who's on the other end of the airwaves. And then if you read a little bit further, some of the looked at his obituary, and then you begin to get a little bit more depth on the background of a person. And he enjoyed piano playing. I knew he was, he mentioned he liked music, but it didn't say that he owned a Steinway Model D piano. So he was fortunate to enjoy the luxuries of life. So, farewell, Harry, and may the wind rise up to behind you and fair sailing on. So this January, it's been a rough January. Wow. First of all, we lost our cat on January 4th, and then I had a friend, and still a friend, but he's no longer with us. But he achieved international status. He was Barry Tuckwell, the internationally known horn soloist. And through our friends, he actually visited me and was interested, apparently, in my Radio Shack in Vermont. So I have fortunate to have a photograph of me, my wife, and the outstanding musician soloist Barry Tuckwell in my shack. Well, he's gone. And then it follows on the heels of Harry. So, speaking of cats, we have a new situation, and I don't know whether to call it a problem or an opportunity. My daughter in Richmond has, and her new partner, my daughter has apparently become allergic to cats. She acquired a new love of her life, and along with that love came a cat whose name is Roy, and so my daughter's love is Jeff. And so we got a problem over here, and I love my cat, but he can't stay here anymore. And do you know anybody? And you sound like cat people. Are you interested? So we've been in negotiations And Bill and I are somewhat hesitant. We have another cat here. We don't know what the effect would be. But I'm going to the Ham Fest and listening to Saturday, this coming next week. And I have an interview with Roy, the new cat, after the Ham Fest. It's in the same city. So I'm going to conduct an interview, and Roy will interview me, and I will interview Roy to see if we're at least compatible, and then we can go to another step. So that's very interesting. All to say that is, next Sunday I won't be here. I will be elsewhere. So have a good night. So let's go up to KD1SH. And Bill, I keep notes here, and I write down all the call signs. And when I look at this, it looks like K-Dish. Well, so you're not a K-Cup, but you might be a K-Dish. So make some racket up there in the quiet corner of Connecticut, and hope to see you soon. KD1SH, WX10.
HQ-140, good morning.
Yeah, let me grab it real quick here and make sure I've got it. Yeah, good morning, Nick. KG2. Alright. So let's see, Paul, KC2CKO was our last position there. So KC2CKO, he considered the Kate Nick KG2IR. And then let's, if there's any other check-ins you attack him and ask you, if not, it will come back up to me. So KC2CKO we tended to Nick KG2IR. When the time comes, so let's go back to good morning, Nick, and glad you're able to join us. We were just sharing the news about Howie and kind of, reflecting on some of the good times that we all shared with him. So, appreciate you coming in here this time. Let me send it over to Bill. KD1SH?
Okay, good. Very good. Good morning to you. Good morning to everyone on the AM Carrier Net on this wonderful post-rainy day, Sunday. KD1SH up here in the right corner of Connecticut, but not the center corner by any means. Sun is shining, and copious rainfall of yesterday is drying out, and that's a wonderful thing. Bruce, hopefully I will be seeing you soon. I definitely plan on going up to Meerfest. That's on the calendar, and very much looking forward to that. The first flea market I'm going to be going to this year is the Marlboro Flea Market. I'm looking forward to that. I've got a couple of tables, so only one table reserved up there. I think my wife would be selling more things than I will, as is usually the case. So, and I would join everyone else in expressing condolences to all of the close friends and family of Howie. I did not know him personally. I did meet him once. It was only just a brief hello and handshake down at the second campus down in New Jersey. And I didn't really have a chance to speak with him. I think I made him. After we met one Sunday morning, I was terrifically honest. But my impression of how he was very knowledgeable. Very well spoken in expressing that and sharing that knowledge and skill with other people on the radio. After my check-in, after my little go around here on the got to sit back and listen to him share that. I pay attention to what everybody is saying. definitely miss Howard. I've only been in here for barely a year myself, and he was a regular. So we'll definitely miss him. Joe, your homebrew rig sounds great. Two different rigs can sound entirely different and still sound fantastic. Like Alpine, but I think it might need a little bit of what some might call a presence rise. A little bit of peak around the upper mid-range. But it's got a very smooth, mellow sound to it. Very, very nice sound. Good to hear that. It's very good. I've got a HQ-140-X on the deck from the field. And that is occasionally waiting next to me on the list. Right now, still working on the BMW 5100 too. And it's another big job. Still looking forward to Buddy Mike at 5100 being on the air and sharing notes, comparing notes with Howard, who also ran a 5100 stuff. Now, still looking on the audio section, it's somewhat asymmetrical, even with a sine wave injected into it. And it will not change the whole unit of same modulation with the sine. So that's all I have. Al, I can sympathize with your comment, Victoria, and I can sympathize with your relief if you never had a major structural failure on the highway. Remember a year ago, basically, that there were almost 2 years ago, about the fourth of the and one day I had to go to a dentist appointment to have a toothache taken care of, and I'm sure that's what just means get rid of the laptop as quickly as possible. And that's what I'm going to do. Get away to the dentist in an expedition. I'll give you a Cumberland Farms to take gas. Disconnected from the frame and flopped around in the back. And fortunately, that did not happen on the highway at highway speed. I managed to drag the back end, scraping along the road into a church parking lot, and that was the end of that. And it was my teeth still hurting, and fortunately, some very nice people came along and picked me up and took me down to the dentist. But I was glad that didn't happen on the highway. So. And Andy, CDL, good to hear you in there. I've been missing you here. Anyway, that's it for me. I will not be in here for a second go around. I've got to get over to the old homestead in Coventry and do some work on my mother's house along with my brother and my sister. We got a lot of things to do and stuff like that. So I am going to leave the house early this morning and take care of that. So I will not be here for a second go. Good morning and 7 trees to everyone on the AM show today. I turned over from here, I believe, to Jim, WA1UQM. Good morning from KD1SH.
Well, thank you, Bill. KD1SH in the AM Canton now.
WA1UQM and beautiful sunny downtown Simsbury. 35 degrees. It's looking quite springish outside. After all that rain, most of the snow is gone. Well, first of all, Joe, good morning to you, and thanks again for running a outstanding net. Always nice hearing you, and the 6146 radio make a short photograph of that if you'd be so inclined to send me one. Sounds absolutely fantastic, so congratulations to you on that. Yeah, and good morning to you, Nick, and I'm glad you checked in. I've been thinking of you all week, and Nick is the one that passed on the news to me this week regarding Howie, and it's hard to get that out of your mind. And Nick introduced me to Howie all the time, and we went up to Airfest, I think 1 or 2 occasions. And I was sitting here trying to reminisce and trying to find some photographs, Nick, as to whether or not Howie was at the Rolling Ground concert. I think he may have that. He might be, but I just can't recollect that at this time.
Well, like many of you, many of your comments, Howie was very, very diverse and talented in many areas. Not as strong as military, which I guess this is profession the entire time. But especially like classic calls as I do, Howie was a wealth of knowledge. I wish I had 1/10 of 1% of what he knew about classic cars and radios with the boot. And I was, a quick story, I was really hot to trot for a 1960 Bentley, the classic Bentley that was for sale. And I had this vision of being a classic car guy, running this Bentley and having my take it either too, where I could actually use it for enjoyment and rent it out for weddings and special events. So Howie was so articulation. He was so caring for all of his stuff. He trusted me with a reference manual, service manual, with a hardcover manual of that particular car I was interested in and sent it to me. And I was so concerned about putting a mark on it. But anyway, I looked at it and read it and put it back in the same condition. But I was grateful for Howie for doing it. Never got to visit him at a same shop, but he's been here for sure. We've gone up to Airfest with Nick together over the tree and went to restaurants and had a good time. And I remember the last time we went there, Nick, but he had fallen or something, and he was looking pretty badly. He bent his ankle, something like that regarding one of his legs. And I know he was really struggling, limping along while we were searching out restaurants in Concord. But certainly will be missed. I know he was very, very loyal to the AM carrier net, and very, very often checked into the Lonely Guys net as well. So he's in a better place, and certainly will be very missed. I know he was close to you, Nick, because of logistics, and I know you helped him with radios and all of that stuff. So that's enough, and just want to thank you for letting me in this morning. Nice group of guys. W1BTP, I can just see you sitting there on the lounge chair with Rosie next to you and just enjoying the conversation with a coffee in hand. And very good on the Crown Vic. Yeah, it reminds me of my father's Crown Vic. Same scenario. I think rusted out on it. He hated to get rid of it. It was such a wonderful performing automobile. But the Russ got it, and he wanted to find another station wagon type. I forget the model he bought, but that's the story there. And all good signals this morning. Conditions are quite good. So with that, we'll be not enjoying round 2, but we'll listen out for the remainder of round 1. And over to you, Greg, in Vermont. KE1MR, WA1 UQM in downtown Simsbury. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. 35, 36 degrees in the afternoon. And beautiful sunshine this morning. Yeah, sorry to hear about the passing of Howie. I heard about it yesterday on all the guys' net. I never watched it, but he's there. Presence is there. He's here all the time as well. And I guess it's just the unexpectedness of it all. The transmitter sounds good. Sounds great. Made it sound a little better. You know, EQ and all that, but
Those are assholes.
yeah,
Gotta love it.
good. And sounds good. Like I said, sounds the things, you know, Cody's on a big stuff. I've got a little shovel in here. Not, I don't have a whole lot of snow, but enough I want to get it up before it freezes down. It's supposed to get cold again next week. And, you know, typical January weather, unlike what it's been here lately. And, what else I got? I haven't done anything radio-wise other than the radio. And, do a little bit. I've been playing with my trains a little bit. That's something I have been working on. A couple of train lamps. I've been monkeying with them. So yeah, I've been working on that. I grabbed the coffee. Thought I'd be back for the rundown of who I to give it to, Joe. I think it was JK. I guess that's who it was. Maybe I'm pretty sure that's what I thought. Want anything else on that? I'll pass it back to you, Joe, to make sure I give it to the right person. And Nick, KG2IR, I see Neil Young has become a U.S. citizen. Kind of funny to hear that. He finally got through the process of becoming a U.S. citizen. And the only reason why he's doing it is he wants to vote against Trump in the election. That don't surprise me about Neil. So there you go. So back to you, Joe, and then you can throw it down. I think it goes to HJK, but I wasn't sure. A1MP, so you won him like
Yeah, very good, Greg. KUNMI.
yeah, it goes over to George. I didn't realize Neil Young, maybe he's Canadian, I guess. I don't know.
That's what. Well, and also, over the board, for me, B2HJK. And the name carrying it. And then one VIV.
And one VIV. Thank you very much, Joe. By the way, who do I give it to after I'm done?
Yeah, hey George, it goes over to Andy, WA2CDL. He's down there in Long Island, so it goes to Andy, WA2CDL.
Thank you, Joe. Conditions are changing here. My receive is... I want to begin by saying I never got to know Harry, as others have, but I sense the loss others of him on his passing. And of course I'll miss him on behalf of all those. And in the spirit of honoring him and his contribution both socially and technically, I have to express my gratitude and patience that I've been receiving from all of you with regard to getting a respectable signal on AM. Because of all your inputs and comments, but eventually I got this gear to have me participate on the air with some sort of an enjoyment on AM. It's one of the warmest, if not the warmest mode on radio. And I'm experiencing that to be the case. On that note, I have, let's see, the operation here is limited to just one radio for all these years, my recent years in here on MC Radio. It's a 765, and from all of you, all of your inputs so far as to behaving, so it's a reciprocal experience. And taming me as well as me taming you. And the antenna has been an isotron, but it suffered a little bit, so due to the weather, I guess. So I'm using an antenna right now. And with all that other technical jargon I can spew out, which of course all of you may have heard by now, with regard to the antenna and my struggles here to get an AM signal out. There's nothing more that I can do than to enjoy the experience of socially and technically on a Milwaukee. And with that note, I'll keep it short because I don't know what propagation is long enough for you to hear. With that, I'll give it to Andy. And again, my deepest sympathy to Howard's family. God bless. WA2 CDO. The wonderful group here. WB2HJK. 73.
Communicating to regular guys that I've met in person and friends who I've not met. I've been attending the NEOFest up in New Hampshire for the past several years, having a table set up, so I met quite a few people up there. And I've also had an enjoyable time at the AM dinner, which is normally held by W3GMF, Joe. He's getting information and getting the OM
back to normal.
Anyway, not to just run around talking about everything that's going on in my life and all the changes and all the good things and everything else. I'm just going to go down and I will be back. And hopefully I'll be telling you guys again at the airport. I'm planning on going, coming up with snow. I'll give you a line or ask for I'll go here amateur club. Amateur radio station. Howard Crypto, and the HQ has been a past president of the club. So I knew Harry when he was president, and that was back in the early 90s. And I joined the club back in the early 70s. So, a lot of people kind of feel the club as being a past president, including Harry Crypto. So I just thought I'd mention that. So, that's why he and I go back quite a ways in dealing with the Weimar organization. And Weimar is having their homestead coming up the end of February. That'll be in a few weeks, which I'm planning on being there. So that's the situation here with me right now, and glad to be back on. And we have a nice last group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 15 seconds, which is a nice crowd for the AM carries, 15 seconds. So I'm happy to be part of it this week. So get real happy to pick up my message when I told you on the phone. My brothers, we used to go together. They went to us to us. If you're happy days, hopefully you do. And go see you. I'll say hello to Jeff. He'll be way too early up, so I speak to regularly also. So hello, Jeff, again. I'm back. I think we can do that, and the other side is over the issues for the HQ-140-X. So this is what the other part makes it I will have to leave. So have a good sleep, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, please.